Good morning, traders and investors. Dale Sarger, the Trader Boys. Things are happening over here at the Trader Boys. Check this out. Woohoo! There's traderboys.com. So the homepage is up. You can now watch the morning preview videos or any video I post in real time coming right through here on the traderboys.com. The previous videos are going to be coming in here, and here's the important thing: subscribe. Right, so when all of this free education comes into play, right, if you subscribe, it'll be released to you first. So trade plan series, trend line series, this is the big one that you'll see in my videos here. Candlestick series, moving averages, how do we use them, when do we use them, why do we use them, what do they do for us, how about we read the activity of the financial markets through all of these applications, and this will be all free to you. So put your email address in here, and as soon as all this is published and produced, you'll be getting that information first. In the markets today, we got the S&P up 18. You can see here the S&P, the Nasdaq, the Russell, and the Dow are pretty evenly matched, up just over 0.5%. So markets are a little bit more quiet today than they have been for the recent days in the week. The bond market is, as the markets are moving up, bonds are slowly moving down. This is a 10-year Treasury note. Oil is slightly down today on fears that more coronavirus cases are increasing. So oil is dropping a little bit. Markets are going up on it. Oil is going down on it. Interesting. Hey, gold's continuing to drop. XM is up slightly on a little XM trade here. And then we got our Apple trade is still producing. Microsoft is up another $4 this morning, another 1%. And the other big names here are moving north on the Nasdaq. So let's jump over the charts here. Well, coronavirus plays. Delta Airlines, Continental Crew Lines, United Airlines are all slightly down on the day after a pretty decent day yesterday. All right, in the charts. Okay, we'll start here with the S&P 500. This is on the daily time frame. This is our lower trend line on that daily time frame. So we come off that demand zone. We're coming into the area where I reported Monday the market's going to have a little bit of a hard time. So let's jump into the 1 hour time frame here. Check this out. We broke just above that area. So there's a little tiny supply level here. That's the reversal came off. So we've basically taken out all the sellers here. We dropped back below, came back to that area, back down to the trend line here twice. Right, now we're back in this area. So what we have kind of developing right here is a little triangle formation. And generally when you enter into a triangle formation, right, 75% of the time you'll exit in the same direction. So we're looking for the up movement here. There is a little supply here, and there's another area of supply at the top here. When we get to this area here, this is going to be the important one to kind of look at the longer term play of what will happen next in the financial markets. Will we be able to continue higher, get new all-time highs in the S&P 500? Or will we get a turning point to start to develop a downtrend and develop a lower pivot high? So this is a big game changer, a big question mark right here about what's going to happen next. On the Russell, we've got the lower trend line coming through. We dropped into that lower demand level, right back up. And you can see we're coming right up into our supply areas that we posted yesterday and the day before, Monday. So you can see this area here, we came in, provided a little resistance, right back down to this demand level, and then up to the next supply level, almost to the penny. Right? It came down back to this area here, creating some resistance. Now we get this triangle formation that we're looking to break out of. Same principle. The direction you enter into a triangle should be the direction you exit. So we are looking for the up move, and we've got some supply coming in right in here. Right, so this will be the next area. If we can get above this area here, this is a proven area. There's obviously a lot of selling pressure coming in here. On the Nasdaq, right, lower trend line, upper trend line, we've gotten through both of those. So this upper trend line should now be a support area. Right, now what you'll see on the Nasdaq, it is showing the greatest amount of strength in the charts. Right, we got through this supply zone, right, up in here, back to the demand, up right through, all the way through the top. So there's no more sellers here. Right, now what we have different in the Nasdaq than the Russell and the S&P is it has a new all-time high, or a new high, where the Russell and the S&P are in triangle formation. So the Nasdaq is kind of leading the way here, and it can get up into this supply level. Now once we break through the supply level, we're going to new all-time highs, and that's possible in the Nasdaq. It's absolutely possible in the Nasdaq because when you kind of look at the economic conditions we're facing here with the coronavirus, etc., the big Nasdaq listed names are benefiting from that type of economy. So it's very possible that we can get new all-time highs here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when we hit this area here. So this is the bonds. This is the 10-year Treasury note on the daily time frame. What we want to walk through here is bonds usually move in the opposing direction, okay? Opposing direction to the stock market. So as the stocks were going down last week, bonds were going up. Bonds have hit their supply level right here, and as stocks are going up this week, bonds are coming down. So the bond market is doing exactly what it should do. Overall, you can see the bond market is range bound. It is a sideways market here, not doing a great deal. The bonds are the number one market to really look at a longer term play on the impact of what's going to happen next. Bonds start to fall, you're going to see the stock market crash. Right, so we've got to look at this because as bonds fall, interest rates rise. This is the big number one player. Now, this is what the Federal Reserve are heavily manipulating, and they have been since November of 2019. Gold is just doing the same old thing. Gold's hit our supply level, fallen away. Came up to that supply level we posted on Monday and fallen away. All right, so you still got demand here, and gold is a sideways market. Gold is a phenomenal market to be playing options in right now. Be selling options above and below and collecting premiums either on a weekly or monthly basis. Here's Apple. Apple came out of a demand level on Monday. Here's yesterday, big move up and continuing to move higher today. You've got Amazon here. Right? Amazon's continuing to move higher today. And then we got Microsoft. Was that trade that we put on Monday? Microsoft is in the demand zone, come up, and Microsoft's looking to open around the 195 mark as it currently trades. All right, so here's oil on the 1 hour time frame. Let's just come to the daily, see where we're at. On the daily charts, oil is in the uptrend. It just came off, just missed, just turned just above our demand level. We're coming into the region here where we've got supply coming into play. Right? And what we're wanting to see is, can this make a new high? And oil in the long term definitely will. The shorter term play, what can it do? So on the shorter term play, we've hit this supply. We've just got this supply just above it, and that's where reversals came in. So there is no more supply in here. So we need to remove this area. There is absolutely supply right here. That is proven right now. And oil is also developing a little triangle formation. Let's get that drawn in for you. So coming through here would be the support of the triangle. Coming across the top here is the resistance of this triangle. So entered into the upside, we should exit to the upside. Today we should have the oil inventory reports coming out at 10:30. So right in here, there's the petroleum status report that's coming in at 10:30. So that's going to have an impact. We've got housing starts at 8:30, and we've got the Fed chairperson speaking at lunchtime. So a little bit of action here. So in a few minutes, we're going to have the housing starts number coming out. That could push the markets out of that triangle formation. But 10:30 is going to be the oil inventory. So there's going to be greater supply of demand on the oil markets, and that can have an impact on where the oil market's going to go out of this triangle formation. This is looking at our trade on XM. XM hit our demand level on Monday. This is a long-term play on XM. XM is trading about 15 cents up this morning. So nothing to really report there. Closed here, so it's going to open somewhere around here. And that's it. That's a wrap for today. Not a great day to report. Have a phenomenal and great trading day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.